Ain't gonna lie, I'm aiming for the greatest. Niggas always told me I would make it. Man, come on, she loving on the fragrance.
YouTube, it's your boy Riley back in with another video, and today we watched another AM Hoops video, man. Yes sir, yes sir. Last time we watched AM Hoops though, there was some people in my comment section saying AM Hoops was not a reliable source, and I did not know that personally. I apologize to AJ Griffin and his family if you feel me. I didn't mean no harm, no disrespect or anything like that. But today it's a lighter topic. We're talking about who can actually beat the Boston Celtics. For those who may not know, I am from Massachusetts. We are the 2024 champions, man. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes. And the title of this video is who can actually beat the Boston Celtics? And there's one simple answer. It's nobody. Nobody can beat the Celtics, man. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes. We the best. Yo, that 2024 Celtics team is probably the best Celtics team of all time. Probably the best basketball team of all time. We got all-time great and MVP Jaylen Brown, all-time great and soon-to-be MVP Jason Tatum, one of the best defenders of all time, and Drew Holiday, bro. Like, yo, that Celtics team was insane. And we probably have the second best unicorn behind Victor Wembanyama, fucking what's his name, Kristaps Porzingis. Like, come on, the Zinga, Tingus Pingus. Y'all know the vibes. I just skipped the whole video. But let's get right into it.
The NBA hadn't had a back-to-back champ since the Warriors in 2018. The longest
back-to-back this
run
year
since
easy, though.
the
Don't worry about it.
70s. Somebody's got to beat the Celtics, right?
No.
Actually, Boston is set up to be a dynasty. I know we've said that
Dynasty's
before, but the front office guy,
much.
Brad Stevens, locked in 4 key players. So the new CBA rules don't even matter. They've got their guys. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Derek White already on the team, but Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis are now on multi-year deals. This core is together for 2 more seasons.
That's a lot of
and
money.
how dominant were they last year? Number 1 seed only lost 3 games in the playoffs. Who can beat that? Well, there's...
Okay, I will admit, as a Boston Celtics fan, you feel me, living in Massachusetts, they did have an easier run. They did, their opponents all had injuries to key players. That is true. But even fully healthy on each side, you feel me, I feel like the Boston Celtics are still dominating. Because who can really beat them? Fully healthy? Because the Celtics weren't fully healthy either. But fully healthy, who's really beating the Celtics? No one can match up with them mano a mano. That's just facts.
There's actually 3, maybe 4 teams that have a chance.
No.
Because this ain't the KD Warriors. That team had multiple all-time players. The C's, well, they've got stars, but they are beatable, especially if they go cold from 3. So who can actually pull this off? Jason Tatum has a prediction.
Predict which 2 teams will be in the NBA Finals next summer.
The Boston Celtics. It's gonna be a rematch. We're gonna play Dallas again.
Whoa! Clay gets 1 more ring than Steph?
That's such a weird question.
He didn't say that the Mavericks would actually win. But why did the Mavericks lose in the NBA Finals again? But underdog
they didn't stand a chance, and I don't care about your underdog fantasy little thing, buddy. Skipping all that, bruh. I said this in a future video. I don't bet. If I start betting, maybe I'll have a little code or something. But as of right now, that's not me.
Well, before we get to that, Tatum had a hell of a summer. Dude came off winning a title, then a 2nd gold medal. Biggest contract of all time. NBA 2K cover. But the narrative was negative? Why?
It was.
Same reason as always. People wondering if he's an actual superstar.
See, okay, you know what I just realized what AM Hoops be doing? He be twisting narratives because he's trying to make it seem like the whole Olympics thing was positive when it wasn't. The Olympics was not positive for Tatum at all because he got no burn. He literally just came off an NBA championship. He didn't win Finals MVP, and he didn't get any burn in the Olympics. So it was not it was a great summer in reality, but like the narrative in the media was not positive for Tatum, and that's just a fact.
Ever since he came in the league, had success but never broke through. And when he finally did, well, he didn't win Finals MVP. Then at the Olympics, Steve...
Basketball, like the average basketball fan, they're just such glazers, bro. The glazing is crazy.
Kerr benched Tatum in the first game. Said it was a matchup issue against Nikola Jokic in Serbia.
Sure.
Then benched him again when they played Serbia in the semifinal. But how is that a thing? Isn't a superstar matchup proof? Well, SB Nation came out with an article this week. 9 guys can win MVP this year. Tatum, not one of them. And okay, yes, it's just one article, but history actually backs this up. Tatum was already the best player on the #1 team and did not win. He doesn't put up Jokic or Embiid type numbers. I think it would take maybe 5 guys on that MVP list to get injured for Tatum to get an actual look. But you know,
are you kidding me? He said it would take 5 guys on that list. He said it would take 5 guys on that list for Tatum to get a look, bro. That's insane, bro. W dudes. Yo, do y'all want that? Y'all need a Relly X Mama Relly stream? Is that what we need?
You know what? Who cares? It doesn't matter anymore if Tatum is a superstar. He's a champion.
Facts.
But who can take him down? Well, before we get to Dallas, let's talk about the East. And the first team is the New York Knicks. Had their best season in 20 years. And all NBA players,
couldn't even get through
studs off
Philly.
the bench, like
they couldn't even get through Indiana, bro. They had injury, but come on, bro, stop it.
Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo.
Actually, I forgot they got McCall now. They got McCall, so we'll see.
Big trade for OG Anunoby. Only lost Game 7 of the semifinals because of injury. So this offseason, re-sign Jalen Brunson and OG. Trade for Mikal Bridges. Plus, they're getting Julius Randle back. Why can't they win? Because
I don't think Julius Randle's gonna fit. I thought they was gonna move him in the summer, but they didn't. I would like to see how that would work, honestly, because I mean, Mikal doesn't really have to score like that. He's just gonna play defense and be 3-and-D. We'll see how that works.
of 2 big weaknesses. First,
size.
A lack of stars. They're kind of like a role player super team. Okay, they're better than role players, but not as good as Boston's top 4. Then, for all the good things they did this offseason, they had a big loss. Isaiah Hartenstein got a bag moving to OKC, which is tough because center Mitchell Robinson is injured. Now, they're weak at center, which sucks in the East against Joel Embiid and Kristaps Porzingis. I love this team, but it ain't their year. Next is
but
Milwaukee.
Kristaps is probably gone to the All-Star break. I mean, they say Christmas, but I'm just adding an extra 2 months because we don't need him for the regular season. We just need KP for the playoffs. Real shit.
This year was bad. But actually, it was an incomplete because Giannis hurt his calf in the first round, so we never actually got to see them play. So why did they have to fire their coach halfway through and get Doc Rivers? Because one problem never went away for the Bucks. When Milwaukee traded for Damian Lillard, they were forced to let go of Drew Holiday. So let's look at their NBA ranks in recent years.
Defense.
In 2021, the year they won it all, a top 5 offense and defense. 2023, the last year of Drew Holiday, 15th offense, but 4th on D again. So they gotta add scoring, right? But Dame turned them into the 19th ranked defense. Garbage.
In all fairness for Dame, it was a year from hell. He was going through some personal trauma, personal issues. He also didn't get to work out the whole summer because he didn't want to get hurt for injury. Now, I think that's a little too cautious in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was like I don't know. He knows more than me. He's the fucking athlete here, the professional. So I don't know, but Dame's gonna have a better year. I think Dame's gonna have a better year. You're only gonna get like 1 or 2 more peak years from Dame, in my opinion. But last year was a fluke year for him. I think
he never had a chance to win the title. The big problem is guards. I mean, Giannis and Brook Lopez could slow guys down in the paint. But who is going to guard Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey? Being weak at that position, kind of a big deal in the East. So what did they do to
So the centers and the guards? Like, come on, bro. You can't be strong everywhere like the Celtics, though.
improve it? Nothing this offseason. So I don't want to hear people say, oh, the books are underrated. Yeah, it'll be good to get Giannis back healthy, but I have zero confidence in them winning a title. But the final East team is Philly. Last year, Tyrese Maxey took a lead. Joel Embiid was down for 2 months. His sidekick kept him going. Won most improved player and backed it up, hitting big shots in the first round. Then they replaced Tobias Harris's big contract with a max for Paul George.
Yeah.
He's a great fit. PG doesn't have to be the alpha. He works on paper. But that's what we said about Dame in Milwaukee. On paper,
it's 2 different stories, man.
We've never seen Embiid get past the second round. He's always injured. And you could say the same recently about Paul George. Out the 2023 playoffs. Clips didn't even make the 2022 playoffs because he was hurt. You like Philly on paper, but they still have a lot to prove. So if no one in the East is beating Boston, what about the West? I see 3 teams with a realistic shot. First, Denver. They still got the best player in the world.
How
in
could you say
prime.
that?
They were dominant last year before the playoffs. People forget, everyone predicted them to win back-to-back. The excuse was tired legs from the long postseason run.
And that's insane. Look at the Golden State Warriors. They had, 5 straight years of 100-game seasons, and they did not complain about tired legs, bro. Come on, bro. Let's stop that. I don't want to hear that. That's a weak excuse. That's a sorry excuse, if you're telling me, bro. And one of those years was a COVID year too. I mean, oh yeah, that actually hurts my argument that helps. Let me stop talking.
But then they lost Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. My big question is, will Christian Braun step up? They want him to fill in for KCP, which is a lot.
Not happening.
So the next team is the Thunder. Dominant 1 seed, then by far the best offseason in the West. They added Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso. Big problem against Dallas in the playoffs was rebounds and strength inside. Hartenstein fixes that. And on top of Caruso's defense with Lou Dort, Caruso hits 38% from deep.
Yep,
the only
he plays big in 3 and D.
Are they ready? They're still at the beginning of their run. Maybe they can break through ahead of schedule, but
excuse me, goddamn,
Dallas is the biggest threat. And there's only one reason that Luka lost in the finals. Defense was actually pretty good. They held the Celtics to an average of 102 points a game. They could beat 102 points unless Luka's teammates don't step up. In games 1 and 2, Luka averaged 31 points, 6 assists. Everyone else a dud. Kyrie had 12, then 16 points. Kai bounced back game 3, combining for 62 at Luka, but everyone else scored 37 points. It was so inconsistent. They need more offense. So in theory, Klay Thompson is the perfect.
Oh my god, bro. See, that's one thing about AM, bro. Like, I respect some of the things he says, but he'll say anything for a YouTube video, bro. Like, come on, you think Klay Thompson is the savior? What did he do in the elimination game? 0 for 12? What was it? 0 for 12 Klay? Like, come on. You think Klay Thompson is the savior for the Mavericks to beat the Celtics, bro? Klay Thompson used to be one of my favorite players, but after the ACL and the Achilles, he's a traffic cone, bro. He's a traffic cone, and he's not that strong.
Second best shooter of all time, gets open shots with the focus on Kyrie and Luka. 4 titles, 5-time All-Star. But in reality, all of that was in the past.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
His worst season since his second year in the league. 18 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. He's 35 years old, off an Achilles and ACL injury. What are the chances Klay rolls back the clock and is consistent throughout the playoffs? Honestly, that signing might be one of the most overrated things to happen this summer.
Oh, thank you, AM. Okay, there's still faith for you, my man. There's still faith. Thank you.
Good idea in practice, but Dallas will be lucky if it pays off. So I don't see anyone knocking off the Celtics.
But
the good news is so much can change, as it always does with the long season. Just about 30 days away. But I did not mention the Timberwolves. Add me to the long list of haters this offseason. No team has caught more strays than the Wolves.
All right, he's promoting. Yo, the Celtics, bro. The Celtics have a really good chance of going back-to-back. Obviously, barring injury and regular stuff. But I feel like the locker room's stronger than ever. Today, a lot of pictures and videos came out. They were practicing a week early. You know what I'm saying? The vibes are good. And people sleep, bro. People sleep on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They came off a championship. Jaylen Brown won the MVP. But Jaylen Brown was disrespected by not being invited to the USA team. He got Derek White over it. But Derek White and Jaylen Brown are cool. They're cool. I think the vibes are all-time high right now. And the hardest thing about going back-to-back, I feel like, is like the motivation. That's my, like, from an outsider looking in. And they have the motivation because they got a lot of hate after winning the chip. People still don't believe in them, even though they already hoisted the trophy, man. You know what I'm talking about? So the Celtics, back-to-back champs. I'm stamping it right now. Y'all can save this clip for later because I know I was right. Right now it is September 19th, 7:03 p.m. at the time of this recording, and I'm telling you the Celtics are going to go back-to-back. Peace and love.
They can't stop me. They can't hold me. 2-4, bitch, I'm great like Kobe. You ain't gang, you remind me of the police.